Hello and welcome to episode 15 of my The Outer Worlds tutorial Let's Play series. This episode is going to be on visiting the Groundbreaker, getting as many quests as I can, being a real socialite and talking to all the NPCs, or as many as I can, and discovering all I can in 30 minutes. Before that though, there's something I wanted to share with you, which is really rather beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful view? So yeah, I thought I'd start this episode with a view of the system, the planets, or especially Terra 2. Right, let's then go and navigate to the Groundbreaker. Is my pocket empty? Yeah. So I'm all good with that. I'll just this, which I can actually break down. I've not broken anything down yet in any of my series, so just to show, my engineering's at 40, so there's a 20% chance I might extract a basic mod, and it's not worth much, that, so I only got 3 weapon parts, but usually I'll get a basic weapon mod which I can then sell for profit. Okay, so here's the Groundbreaker. Independent orbital station in the remains of Halcyon's first colony ship, captained by John Lai Tennyson and run by descendants of the original crew. So here's the star system, all the different possible places we can go to in the future. Here's where we were at with the Emerald Vale, and it's also home, the home world Byzantium to the upper classes, so we'll be going there. But let's click this and Groundbreaker docking bays. You see your ship comes over.
Destination reached, the Groundbreaker.
It's all done so well, and there is the Groundbreaker. You can see a bit of it. But right, let's head on out.
Can we talk?
You sure can.
Hey, Captain. I heard the Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson?
Junlei, so there we go, that's how we pronounce it. I often listen to the NPCs and how they pronounce certain things and then go with that. What about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Well, that don't exactly fill me with confidence as to your role on the ship, but yeah, sure, it can only improve our situation.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
I think it's time to move along.
What? You want me to leave?
Oh no, I'm
Captain, you can't mean it.
I didn't mean that at all.
Oh, that's a relief.
I meant it's time
Thanks,
for us.
Captain, for letting me stick around. I mean.
Oh, but now I feel bad. I only meant it's time for us to go to the Groundbreaker, for goodness sake. God blimey. Okay, so they're both selected. They're both armed and armoured, so I don't need to worry about that. So just the E. Okay, I'll pause till we're on there. Okay, here we are on the Groundbreaker in the docking bays. And you can see we're getting some attention here. I got the guys with me. Let's talk to them. Jane Elson. Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to the Groundbreaker. By the by. Okay.
Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
Isn't that lovely? Yeah. She's just so lovely.
That's not the point. This mishap which just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a toss-ball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses? He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get you with me again, you little backbait brat, I will toss you out of there, Rock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this.
Oh, I don't like them corporate troopers. We're going to have some fun, we are. We're going to tango. Anyway, let's talk to Felix.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
I noticed you were in the middle of an argument earlier.
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
I'd like to hear your side. What happened?
I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
I can guarantee in your lifetime you will have one person that fits that bill exactly. And that's when you resolved your differences like an adult, right?
That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back-bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Got any plans?
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
That's me, Captain of the Unreliable. Technically, the previous captain died in a horrible accident. No, I better go with this one.
Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
I never caught your name. I'm the Gamester.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
I'll see you around, Felix.
See you around, boss.
Yeah, so there's a character. Yeah, corporate troopers. I am not a corporate man, that you can tell. Ooh, wanted. Oh, there's Phileas. Yeah, so we need to go.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
So this is where we need to go. Captain Leonard Wheeler.
Identification, please.
Yeah, I better go with this one. Present Hawthorne's ID. Here you go.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Well, let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
How do I get this resolved?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. Can't miss it.
So, another side quest. I think that's two I've got now. Any idea why my ship was impounded?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Great, I'll go talk to him and straighten this out.
You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Sure.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Her shipment?
A handful of sand cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Ooh, look at all this. I'm looking for someone named Gladys.
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
I'm looking for a drink. Any recommendations?
Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right.
Got it.
You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony.
Yeah, it's a good thing to go through all the chat options because it unlocks side quests sometimes. Can I find a job around here?
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
I'm looking for something a little more local.
Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me.
I should hope they aren't.
Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
How about something long term?
If you're thinking to make a career here, don't waste your time. Full-time jobs on Groundbreaker tend to be inherited, or go to a fellow crew member's kid. Keep it in the family, you know.
How did Halcyon Holdings work anyway?
Are you pulling my leg?
I'm new around here.
You must be one of them long-haul freighters from outside the colony. Well, I won't hold it against you. Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the board.
Well, that clears that up. The board runs most of the system, don't they?
Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year.
How does the Groundbreaker fit into that?
Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are.
So there's actually a boardroom somewhere with all these company heads in it.
Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself.
Got it.
Glad to help.
I didn't think there were many independent operators in the system.
Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either.
What do you know about Sublight Salvage?
They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their stays. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them.
That's all I needed to know about work.
All right.
What can you tell me about Udom Bedford?
He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison.
So there's tension between Groundbreaker and the board.
They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
Why can't Groundbreaker and the board just work together?
You sure you didn't just step off one of the interstellar freighters? There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them, or you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that.
Oh, it sounds a bit like Microsoft, doesn't it? Sounds complicated.
Sounds like, yeah. But from where I sit, it's all coming through loud and clear. They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we may do all right. So far, anyway.
Thanks for the info.
Sure thing.
See you around.
Be seeing you.
Well, that was a lot of chatting, but like I say, you unlock a lot of side quests through doing stuff like that, so it's good to talk. Okay, so we go now inside. Loads of NPCs to get quests from. Absolutely tons. See, look, we can pick a little something up, I think, here.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering.
What bounties do you have available?
Got a hot one for you. Captain Gunnar McRed. Just 26 hours old. The posting, that is, not the criminal. Allegations include several counts of flying under the influence, carrying open alcoholic containers, failure to pay docking fees, resisting arrest, and assaulting not one but 2 officers.
Doesn't sound like he needs bounty hunting for goodness sake. But anyway, assaulting 2 officers.
Kicked one right in the kneecap while he poked the other in the eyes. McRed's lucky we're too backlogged right now to hunt him down ourselves. But if our resources clear up and we catch him before some contractor does, I fully plan to lock him in ISO with them 2 officers he wounded, thinking he won't like that one bit.
He's real nasty. Yeah, but this don't warrant killing him just for the poxy things they've mentioned. Flying under the influence of illegal substances.
Swerving in the air was more like it. Then he crashed hard into the dock and tumbled out of his ship and fled on foot. Spilled Rizzo's Violet Spectrum vodka all over Officer Hartley. An affront of its own, considering none of us are approved for anything higher than green spectrum.
Any leads on where I might find McRed?
Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork.
I'll take the posting.
You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you.
So killing him just because he crashed his ship and poked a guard. Wow. So what's it like working security detail on a space station?
Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post, I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell. Understand?
Wow, I only asked her a question. Fine, fine. Whoa, alright, just trying to make conversation.
I'm not here for a chat. Now get moving before I see you moved.
Real nasty. What's the Mardet?
We're the security force here on Groundbreaker. Started back before the crossing, you know.
Why Mardet and not guard or officer?
The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Trailward Fleet. Folks started calling us Mardets because it was easier to say. Guess it stuck.
Yeah, I'll be on my way, thankfully. Private Lee Flores.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today?
Just getting my bearings. What do you do here?
This is the security desk, sir. If you're here to report a crime, you'll want to talk to Commandant Sanita. I'm not authorized to take incident reports anymore.
Yeah, as soon as he said that, look at all this. Why can't you take incident reports? I'm so nosy, aren't I?
I'm not so good at filing. Mix up first name and surname 1, 2, 7 times. Well, folks are liable to start taking your filing privileges away.
Yes. Do you do I don't know tools or something? That don't make sense. Do you do I don't know tools or something? Do you do? Oh, do you do tools or something? That's what that should say.
We can't just let anyone walk in here. I wouldn't be, it's not. We just don't. Maybe if you clear an open bounty and get in good with Commandant Sanita, or help Chief Tennyson fix this heat, that might warrant a thank you tour or something.
I haven't got enough bribe, persuade. Dang it. Yeah, you see, I think I chose that before because I've got persuade. Oh, it doesn't matter. Any chance you'll change your mind?
Well, let me think about it for a minute. No?
You don't sound awfully sure of that.
We got a lot of rules to follow. Hard to remember them all sometimes.
Tell me about it. I'd really like to get
Yeah,
back
I'm getting
there.
that, but this area is off limits. I told you. Maybe if you clear an open bounty and get
Yeah, I think he's told me that already. And I'm not going to bribe.
All right.
Yeah, so suffice to say, I think I got further in that quest, in that conversation before. I bet you got seized contraband all over the system, locked up back there.
Sure. And stuff from outside the system, too. Off the interstellar freighters. That's why we also have so many armed Mardets on duty here.
What if some of that contraband's mine and I'm here to claim it?
That'd be awful weird. On account of you should be locked up back here, too, then.
Oh, that's just so funny. Back to my other questions. I digress. A lot of freighters come through this station. Must keep you busy.
Less than there used to be. Fewer freighters passing through these days.
Oh, just got to
I spend
pause.
some shifts just listening to the wireless.
Okay, so hear anything good over the comms?
There's been a whole heap of good advertisements lately. Sometimes I tune in just for those.
See you around. Okay, yeah, so before I managed to get there, I don't matter. Like
There's something weighing on my mind.
Oh, here we go. Where is the vicar?
Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time, while we're on the Groundbreaker, I may have an idea for how we could find a translator.
You know someone who can read the book?
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
That sounds like a good lead. How do we find him?
That's a good question. Fortunately, we're in the perfect place to start. This is where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
How will a crew manifest help us track down your scholar friend?
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
How is it that a simple vicar happens to be such a highly skilled hacker?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Thank you, Captain.
So he wants me to hack their security system. Great. And that's why that persuade lead would have been handy. But we have a holographic shroud, so we're going to have to put that to use. A quest objective requires you to enter a restricted area. If caught inside, you will be shot on sight. Using a disguise will prevent immediate hostilities. Yeah, the holographic shroud. But we need to find the key.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the scholar shipped in and out with.
He is so dodgy. He is so dodgy.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You are hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
That's so true.
That, Graham.
So true. Yeah, what's this? So we could do some stealing, but the chances are the Mardet will see me and there'll be trouble. But what's this? Pick up Mardet ID cartridge. Yep, that's what we need for the holographic shroud. You have found an ID cartridge to use with the holographic shroud. You will now be automatically disguised when entering the associated restricted area. So yeah, that's for Vicar to go into an area I'm not supposed to be in and hope that the shroud lasts for long enough. Yeah, I can't take any of this. I'll get it eventually, just not yet. Yeah, they're no one to talk to. There is areas over there which I will explore, but for this episode let's just make it through these doors to see a bit of the Groundbreaker ship. Look at this, how beautiful does this look?
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Isn't that cool? Adverts of the future. But yeah, look at this. Check this out. A whole city within the ship. Right, okay, well it takes time talking to people. It does take time. So now that we're on the Groundbreaker, we've had a little look around, spoke to some people, got some side quests. Well, we've got the Empty Man and the Drinking Sapphire Wine, and a couple of side quests here. So four of them. It's good to be getting on with. It's a good start. But I'll end the episode here because I don't want it to be too long, and I had to stop the timer for one reason or another. So wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep you safe. Thank you for watching, and have a fantastic day, and see you in the next episode where we'll explore more. Goodbye.